Hello? Hello? Is this really happening? Hello. For those of you who have followed me on my pageant journey for the last, since I started vlogging in 2018 for IJM, my first year, I have exciting news. First of all, thank you for watching this video. I've just finished unboxing my new sash and crown for my newest title. This is years in the making. I am the new International Junior Miss, Queensland Miss. Got the new crown, a lot more sparkly and shiny, less rusty and old like my other ones, but just as beautiful. The IJM crown is easily one of my favorites, if not my favorite international crown. So with that being said, this video is going to take you along on my journey on the lead up to internationals, anything pageant related, and then obviously internationals as well. I got a few extra goodies and I just feel so special and honoured to be a part of this team. My platform this year is something that's very close to me and something that I have struggled with for years and years without even knowing, endometriosis and endometriosis awareness in Australia and internationally. But I'm also doing a lot of international travel this year, so I want to bring the IJM crown, the crown of opportunities, around the world with me as well. So I really want to open the door to my personal life and my personal aspects, but also the pageant related stuff, and I think those really link in well this year. I haven't been more ready than right now to recompete, and from the moment they announced the Ms division again, within that first week I was already signed up. So beautiful sashes with the pearl details. The rhinestones are back. I never got to compete with my rhinestone sash because that was the year COVID hit and I couldn't compete. So I'm super excited and honoured to wear this beautiful sash with the rhinestones this year, and can't wait to compete at internationals and have you all follow me along on the journey. So stay tuned. Throughout the year I'll be updating this vlog and you'll sort of see a jump how I've prepared, and yeah, my journey to the IJM Miss crown this year. Hello. So long time no film. I've done a decent amount of prep in the meantime, but I haven't documented any of it. I just filmed a video, a get ready with me, explaining my endometriosis and my story on that. I'm about to film some more content today, just so I can keep up with the posting on Instagram in particular. Exciting news, I did just buy a new evening gown. Wasn't going to, but sort of fell in love with it. It's red again and I wanted to pretty much only wear red. That was my non-negotiable for evening gown. I loved my old red dress. I obviously wore it numerous times. I was sort of planning on wearing it again this year, but then I saw something pop up on one of the resale sites. So it's Sherry Hill Couture Classic. Cannot go wrong with the Sherry, but buying it secondhand, one, it saves me a pretty penny, and two, I don't feel as guilty about buying a new dress when I've got that I love sitting in the wardrobe. So it's actually making me so much more excited. Like I did a few years ago, unboxing my evening gown and my fun fashion from 2019. I might just pop it into this video instead though. So that's what I've been up to. I'm about to start my endometriosis campaign where I'm trying to get care packages sent out to some hospitals for the women who have just gone through endometriosis surgery. This is so awkward. I haven't like filmed in public in I don't even know how long, but just got some content photos on the beach. This is my backyard. Can you believe it? I live in one of those buildings. There's the photographer, the absolute legend, my boyfriend, my biggest supporter. He's been taking all my photos, so go and give them a like and shout out Blake. They will be on my pageant Instagram. So, woohoo! Absolutely beautiful. So I hope the photos came out alright. It was pretty sporadic. Didn't plan to do this, but that lighting is so much better. Hey guys, so here's my boyfriend. His name's Blake. You'll be seeing him a lot at internationals. First of all, you have to ignore what I look like. I've been sick the past few days, but I just opened my shoes. Now these took about a month to get to me, maybe a little bit longer, about 4 weeks, and they were coming from the US. Being a pageant girl in Australia is a crime.
Like, getting things delivered is an absolute nightmare. I'm waiting on my evening dress still. That's been, I think, coming up on 5 weeks. I digress. My shoes came. Moral of the story, my shoes came. I was going back and forth for a long time on what heels to get. I had previous, obviously, pageant heels, and they all broke. I'm not even kidding. Every single pair of shoes that I had broke. I first got these pair. Both of these are the Diverse Style by Sydney Dion. I feel like all the pageant girls are wearing these days, and I've heard good things. I was DMing a couple girls and talking to a few people about them, and no one had anything negative to say. These are the shade Oatmeal, I think. So in terms of the 3 shades, I got the middle ones because I tan really well, and I think these will be perfect for when I'm tan. They came with some, if you're curious, extra little clips. So these are a few extra pairs of little clasp, the buckles. So I got those. Those in my mind would be like opening number, which we've now seen our opening number outfits, and I'm a big fan, massive fan. Love that we're matching again. Liked the idea of getting whatever you wanted, because then you can rewear the dress. Like, I was planning on getting something that I could also wear for another part of competition, but I'm so happy that we were all matching, and the dresses are actually like chef's kiss. I love them. These are the tallest heels I have ever owned in my life. I think they're 6.5 inches. I love that the clasp actually clips on like this. This is an absolute savior. They have the clear part at the front and a thicker heel at the back. I was going back and forth constantly on what heels to get for evening gown, like in terms of 6.5 inch tall heels, and these are what I ended up going with. I'm happy with these. I think the plastic, the PVC plastic, I was concerned about, but I didn't like the chunky part that was this color at the front. For me personally, I just wasn't a big fan, and how my silhouette would have looked, I think it would have just been a bit too harsh for the front of my foot. So I went with this, and again, I was a bit concerned about going with the clear plastic at the front. It actually looks fine. It gives a great overall picture and silhouette of the legs. So yeah, I've tried them both on and they are very comfy. There's a lot of cushioning and they're very easy to walk in. Like, I've only put them on for maybe 5 minutes, did a few runway walks up and down, and that's it. But no complaints at all. I'm going to get inserts in the front here, maybe in the back as well. That's what I got. There's my update, and hopefully this week as well I'll be getting my evening gown, but we'll see. Good morning. I just yesterday unboxed my shoes, so you're joining me very soon after. But it is currently the 19th of August, and I'm just about to get onto a coaching session in 9 minutes time. So I'm just preparing for that, and I'm thinking I might do a little behind the scenes of, I want to try and be prepared as possible, and I'm getting better and better as like each session goes on. But I have a Google Docs with absolutely everything, all my pageant related things on it. I say that and there's nothing on the page, but any planning, photos, literally absolutely anything I can think of. I am keeping a strong budget tracker. So yeah, I can do a detailed video of maybe a budget breakdown, how I prep and plan. I don't know, let me know what you're wanting to know. I'm also getting my tattoos removed. I feel like that's probably the biggest and most controversial thing, but for competing in pageants, you could say, like, the craziest thing I'm doing is getting my tattoos removed. I thought if I can try and get rid of them before the pageant, it's something that I don't want to be seen on stage. I feel like, yeah, they just don't show who I am as a person anymore, and I've done so much growing since I've got some of those bigger tattoos. And as much as I still love the design, I love the look, I feel like it's just not me anymore. And for big events coming up, like competing, maybe my last time, if I was to carry on a reign, you know, I've got to think long into the future of getting married, things like that. I don't want my tattoos showing. So I bit the bullet and decided that I'm getting removed, hopefully as much as possible before IJM, and then I'll just cover them as much as I can. That's like, oh, that was a big like confession. But anyway, all right, so I've got about 5 minutes until my coaching session. I've got my iPad ready, I've got my phone, and then I've got my laptop. So I do all my sessions on my laptop, and then I go between my phone and my iPad I'll screenshot the pages that I have, or photos or inspo or whatnot, whatever I'm wanting to show, rather than holding up and saying this is what I like, can you like see it on Zoom type thing. I will just screenshot it, I'll airdrop it to my phone because my phone's the easiest thing to send through things, and then I'll send it directly to them. This year at IJM, I have 2 coaches that I'm working with. Previous to this year, I hadn't worked with them at all, but I knew of them. So I'm really excited, and I feel like it's really refreshing to get different perspectives and yeah, have a good solid team behind me. Ooh, here she is. It's so heavy. Put it in like a vacuum seal bag. Like, again, I got this secondhand, which I think if you can, especially for pageantry, absolutely do it. There's no reason to buy a brand new couture gown if that's what you're after, when there's one that someone's worn once that you can buy for, I bought this for like a fraction of the price. Oh God. All right, here's the top. All right, here she is in all of her glory. Oh my God, wow. Alright, I'm gonna try her on, see how we go. Hey everyone, it is the very beginning of October and I just received a really cool and exciting package. I have the biggest, heaviest box that came from New York, which is one of my favorite places. So let's get into it. I'm also wearing my blingy bobbin IJM little crew neck, which I'm absolutely in love with. Anyway, this is my runway outfit. So this is pretty much as close as I'm going to get to unboxing a fun fashion, because I'm re-wearing the same one I wore last time. This is so heavy. I was actually shocked. I'm really nervous though, because I got it in a size smaller than what I think I should have ordered, but they didn't have the one size up. It is heavy. This could be my heaviest outfit, including my gown maybe. Oh my goodness. Another issue I could have with this is the length, but the length is sort of easier to work around, hopefully, than the fit. This is better than I could have ever imagined. It's so heavy. Wow. Look at this. It looks like it is completely, literally dripping in jewels. Let me give you a little close up. Look at that. It's long sleeve and high neck. I'm going to try it on. All right, I'll be back. When I tell you this was hard to get on, like it was hard to get on. Let me move you up. I look like an actual disco ball. Okay, here she is in all of her glory. I'm going to do a little bit of a practice in it before I take it off. I'm just doing up the little zippers on the sleeves. Very well made, I will give them that. Very short. The fit is fine. The sizing is actually no issue at all. It doesn't give much shape, but I don't know, I'm going to try and look past that. It's definitely, it's giving runway. It's giving something. It's giving disco ball, that's what it's giving. What do we think though? Tell me your honest opinions, what do you think? It's going to be too late by the time this video comes out, but still. I just wanted to run through what I've been doing in the meantime from the last time I spoke to you guys and to now. So I put all my organization, everything for the pageant is on my iPad. I use GoodNotes and I find that that's the best way to organize myself, keep organized, and then also visually see what I need to do and what I haven't yet done. So for example, I have just a whole bunch of lists. This is one as an example. Accessories checklist. So I've got one for my outfits as well, but this is all the accessories that I have and that I need to get. As you can see, there's a lot of empty boxes. So I'm going to need to do a bit of an accessories order, I think, particularly earrings. I've got some interview practice prep
stuff there, and this is all stuff that I have worked with a coach, I suppose, to refine. This is something that I'm doing for my optionals. So as you may be able to see, that's the dress that I bought for my optionals. Those are the shoes that I was planning on wearing. And then I've got some little cuff earrings that I'm thinking might be best. After practicing in it and watching myself back, I think I'm gonna change my shoes because I'm quite short. I'm only 5'5". My legs, one, hold most of my body weight, and two, can look very short, particularly in shorter outfits and shorter heels. So I'm thinking of either doing my platform, like 6.5-inch heels, or doing maybe a platform silver heel to match. I'm not too sure yet. So here's my handy dandy iPad. Here's something else that I have ordered. It's here. I just like, when I'm getting all this stuff, I'm so excited. I just want to rip it open that I'm forgetting to film. And then I'm also like, is this boring? Is this like what you would want to see in a pageant vlog? I don't know. Here's an example of my fun fitness. I did buy 2 different outfits. This is the top of one of them. This set is from Cleo Harper. So I bought this set because I love the color. These leggings I don't think are as flattering on me as my other ones, so I got that set there. Being a Ms as well, I find is so tricky with wardrobe. If you're a pageant girl, I feel like, you know, going into a different age group can be it's just a challenge, a mental challenge. I got this set here. It's from White Fox. I have a love-hate relationship with White Fox, and I really didn't want to go with a fast fashion company for any pageant outfits, but it's the only company that had the dupe of what I wanted, which is like all White Fox does, I feel. At least it's an Australian company. This is the top though. I love the black and white contrast. I love the shape of the tights on me, the leggings. They have the little V at the front, so I think that really helps accentuate the waist. So yeah, those are my 2 activewear options. By the time you watch this, I may have already competed in activewear. I don't know when I'm really going to post this, but let me know what you prefer. Let's see, I just had my pajamas delivered for the pajama party. These are from another Australian brand. I went with a short sleeve and then long pants. I didn't want to do shorts, particularly for a rehearsal rather than a pajama party. I wanted something really warm and comfortable. This is my IJM blue outfit. I got this from, I cannot for the life of me remember the brand, but an Australian designer. Love supporting the Aussies with their fashion, and I honestly think Australia designers have one of the absolute best fashion senses. For example, most of the trendy, cool, unique wardrobe comes from Australian designers within pageantry. So this is another one. It's definitely becoming a lot popular with the pageant stuff. So I'm hoping I don't see, I'm hoping I don't see anyone else in this, but to be honest, I would love if I saw someone else in this. Then we can take cute little photos. But yeah, blue rehearsal. Here's a couple of little items I've got in the meantime. So I blinged this myself with the same rhinestones that I'll be using for my IJM, Breakfast at IJM event. My title holder jacket, and then a couple other goodies I got from Crown Creative Co. I could not be happier, like I'm in love. And then I've got my name on the front. Stunning, and that's going to come with me everywhere during pageant week. Then have some blingy bobbin gifts. So I was wearing the crew neck earlier, but I also got a couple of style tags. This is stuff I've posted on my Instagram as reels, but thought I would mention here if, you know, obviously you're not seeing this from Instagram or whatnot, or you've just stumbled across this video. I'll get my crown case as well. Here is the crown case. This is all from Blingy Bobbin as well. So there's another style tag, and then this came with the little cushion inside and then the case. I could not be happier with my stuff from Crown Creative Co and Blingy Bobbin. Pretty much that's sort of it in my little box of pageant stuff. I've got this, and I've just popped things in there as I sort of go, so it's all together. I've got a couple things like some socks that I've picked up for the gift exchange gifts. And then some like gift bags. This is for one of my projects for endometriosis, so that's little gift bags. I bought these little shoe bags from Amazon and they have been absolutely fantastic. So I've kept my Pageant heels in here, and I just find that it's so much easier than the boxes they came in, and they're so efficient for travel and they take up a lot less space. So they've been amazing as well. I'm feeling so super excited. It's interesting having the chance to go back and compete at IJM again, when last time I really did think it was the last time. It's surreal, but it has made such a significant impact to my mental health in a positive way. I find that I feel like I've got more purpose. I feel like I am utilizing my spare time wisely now, because I am dedicating so much of my time to pageantry and to IJM. I'm feeling a piece of me is like put back. Like, I don't know, a little bit of me was taken from the last time I competed at IJM, and then I competed at Miss Galaxy Australia, which was a fantastic experience, but just so different. Like, I'm longing for that IJM experience again, and I just could not be more thankful and grateful for this opportunity. I think I just need to focus on, and I think every pageant girl gets this, but not putting the pressure on myself. I've got goals as well that I want to achieve throughout my reign and throughout the week of IJM that aren't related to winning. I feel like it's really important to look at the bigger picture. The fact that I'm even going to compete again when I thought it would never happen is just, I would say, a dream come true, but it's like so much bigger than that. So my pageant week goals, so there's some coaching notes, but they're my pageant week goals: to be prepared as possible and ready to win. So giving myself the best chance to win in wardrobe, walking, practice and interview. And by that, I don't mean going in with the mindset to win, but just putting my best foot forward. With my walking and practice and my interview, I just want to walk out of that interview room knowing that I could not have actually done any better. And it's all mindset, I think. My next goal is to soak in every moment and make the most of pageant week. Feel gratitude and lucky to compete again. So like I was saying, the chance to compete at IJM was a distant memory. Like, it was old me. It was something that I would never thought would be possible again. So the fact that I'm even there doing that, I just want to soak in every moment like a sponge. And then my last goal is to make an impact throughout my reign with my endometriosis awareness, my IJM story, my YouTube videos, and then my hashtag, which I started, which is hashtag where in the world is IJM. And I think I've got so much growing to do, and I've got so many great ideas that I still want to push, but at this stage I am so happy that I am making an impact, whether it's small or big. I just feel gratitude already for that. So yeah, those are my goals. I definitely highly recommend you making your goals. Yeah, so that's a little update. That's how I'm feeling. Good morning. You're joining me clothed, I promise. Whilst I'm practicing my hair and makeup, mind you, my makeup is done, not pageant done, but it's just like same technique. I'm just practicing technique wise the base for my makeup that I'm planning on doing at IJM. I'm going to take out my pin curls to give you a rough time frame on where we're at right now. Miss Teen USA and Miss USA 2025 just happened, so it's end of October, and I have a few things like for my own pageant journey that I've gathered from that. My hair is so short. I cut my hair, I gave myself a haircut because I don't want to pay for a haircut if I can just do it myself. And it's also got time, well, this is my planning, it had time to grow out before IJM. It needed a good cut, so I cut it. Anyway, do I regret it? Yes, sort of. But anyway, now it's really short. Mind you, my hair was like down to my tailbone. Miss Teen USA and Miss USA happened, and the teen competition, Like every single there was not one bad girl. I didn't watch it completely because I didn't want to pay for it, to be honest. But, you know, where I was watching it, everyone's updates on Instagram, like, of course. After watching some of the competition, obviously there can only be one winner and only 20 girls can make top 20 out of 51, I think, of, you know, the rest of the contestants. So it got me thinking a couple things. One, how would I feel if I didn't make the top 10, 15, 5, whatever they'll end up having for my IJM age group? And I thought about it genuinely, because last time it was so disheartening not placing where I would have loved to. And the thing is, everyone's worked hard for a title like this, so ideally everyone wants to do well. I think I've grown so much as a person and where I am in life to where if I didn't make top whatever, we'll say top 10 because I think that's what they had last time, it's okay. And I genuinely believe I'm going there because I wanted to have that IJM feeling again. Would I love to win? Obviously. Am I prepared to win? Absolutely. But what happens if I wouldn't? What happens if I don't win? Also, please ignore the mess. It's all pageant stuff. So yeah, I think going into a competition where I've grown so much, I'm not in the same headspace as I was. I love this system with my whole heart and soul. But at the end of the day, what would happen if my name doesn't get called for a top placement at all? And I genuinely think I'd be okay with that. Last time I competed, in my mind, I was only going to place top 5, no lower. And really, I was thinking I've got a great shot at winning. I think I was a bit naive going into a competition that was mixed with another pageant like NAM, because I'd done so well previously, making top 5 in 2019. So I think going into it this time, I feel prepared as possible. I'm loving where I'm at the moment with everything. My practice, I think I've still got a long way to go before international. But at the same time, if I walk away with nothing, I really think, and I don't know, we can compare this to what ends up happening, but I really think I would be content. Happy that I could even be there. Just to get on that stage, I think is going to be incredible. So there's that. And I think you may be feeling the exact same way as me, where you're like, I'm just so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be on this stage. How I feel. Like if I had one dream in the world, it was to be able to compete again. Not win, to compete again. So I think finding a difference in that mentality, it's been hard because especially as women we tend to compare ourselves a lot, but genuinely I think I would just, and this is one of my goals, I think I spoke about that previously, but I would just soak up the moments of being there. So yeah, and it's okay to want to win, and it's okay to be hungry for that win and all of that, but at the end of the day, when you walk away from it, and I don't know if I'm the best person to be giving this advice, but I feel like a bit of an older sister in saying this if you are younger than me. When you walk away and you say, I'm proud of myself, are you saying I'm proud of myself for winning or for making top 5? Or are you saying I'm proud of myself for my efforts, for getting up on that stage, for wearing my dream gown, for making a change in my community? You have to really focus on why you're proud of yourself. If you walk away and you say, I'm not proud of anything that I've done because I didn't make top 20 or top 5 or whatnot, then really why are you doing it? And I'm just like coming to this realization, and this is stuff that I've preached I think in the past for years, but at the same time, like, so much, it is so much more than the crown. And when you walk away before anything's announced, what are you proud of? And for me, I think my endometriosis advocacy and the story of getting that out there has been so rewarding, and I'm already so proud of myself for that. I've still got a long way to go, and I've got a lot that I'm planning on doing. Oh, I'm just so happy with the person that I'm becoming because of this system. I think it's so vital that I found myself. But it's so funny that I'm saying all this stuff with these types of curls, but it's so good that I found myself before heading back into this system. So I feel like I've found myself. IJM has given me purpose. So I'm able to gain purpose in myself from IJM, but I needed to find myself first without the pageants, without any of the glitz and glam, and without stepping onto that stage. So anyway, that's that. I'm going to try and style my hair. I might do my hair and come back. This is going to be way too much to just like try and do my hair and then talk to you at the same time. So if it works out, we'll know about it. Okay, we're back with the hair done. Do I love it? No. Do we think that I may be able to get better, or like, do we think I could go on stage with it like this and it'd be fine? Yes. Hey guys, so you're joining me on the 28th of November. We officially have 1 month till IJM. I'm sorry if it's echoey. I'm in the bathroom because I'm just about to dye my hair extensions. So hair extensions are something that I feel like, for me at least, is necessary. I have very long and very thick hair. You're probably thinking, why do you need hair extensions then? Hair extensions for pageants I love because they make, for me, my hairstyles last longer. And that's coming from someone who I find that my styles last long, and my hair has previously been bleached blonde. So those are like sort of the win combinations. I think naturally gifted hair and also having it dead and bleached where it holds really well, and I'm still preferring hair extensions. I think if that tells you anything, if that tells you to invest in extensions, invest in extensions. So here's like the extensions I wore last time I competed compared to my hair now. Girl, I had a bit of blindness, I'm not gonna lie. The hair extension saga continues. They are bright orange right now, and I'm in the final stages of dyeing, so hopefully these work. They've been through absolute trauma. They feel really quite bad, and every time I brush them we get a decent amount of fallout and breakage. So I'll be doing, I think, either a hair mask or just a deep condition on these afterwards. Okay, we are all done. These ones over here are just about ready to be washed out. I'm just leaving them a little bit longer. I'm then going to rinse them until the water is pretty much translucent, and then wash them with this Way Detox shampoo. This is one of my favorites to use in my hair because it really does get everything out. I'm then going to go in with this leave-in conditioner and coat the hair similarly to how I have with the dye, just to add some of the hydration back in because they are so dry. I think I did my extensions. Here's some of them in. This is obviously my hair. What I ended up doing is getting more of the toner that I use in my hair, and these are 2 coats of that. So 1 coat washed out and shampooed with that Way Detox shampoo, and then put in again. Are they perfect? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Would I recommend this? Probably not, ever. I don't think I'll ever do this again. But they'll work. There's only, I think, 4 rows in there now, and I've got 7 to use. So this is obviously not blended at all, but you know what? I think I'm pretty happy with that, and I can easily tone my hair because I've got the same toner that I've used in this. Hello, this might be one of my final updates before I actually head to IJM. So I think the last time I filmed, I was dyeing my extensions. Where are they? They're somewhere here. I've taken over the living room. It's now just basically all pageant stuff. This is how my extensions turned out, guys. Am I proud of myself? Yes. Will I ever do it again? Absolutely not. They're not one shade and they're so blotchy. But I actually think they're going to work. It's sort of like my hair, to be honest. I haven't had my hair done in a long time. I've got a lot of outfits that have basically finished, have been altered, or I think I've got one on the way. The Brittany Link photo shoot was just announced a couple days ago. and that sent me into like an overdrive spiral. But I figured it out. I just ordered something. At this stage, I think I don't want to put it out into the universe, but I think I might be getting sick. And we're 10 days out till we leave for the pageant. It's right before Christmas. So I'm doing everything I can, trying to, I don't know how much I'll be filming in the lead up because it has been very, very extremely stressful. Yeah, that Brittany Link photo shoot, that like the idea is the Pearl of the Sea or something along those lines. And it's basically like inspired by the IJM pearls in the crown. And we are like little mermaid sea creatures, essentially. My interview practice sent me spiraling. My walking practice, you guessed it, spiraling. So at this stage, I'm just trying to keep it together. It'll be right. I think it just comes with the territory of competing in pageantry, especially on an international level like this. But so I'm thinking I want to try on my outfits just in case things need a little bit of tweaking, or I need to get different accessories or whatever. This is one of my favorites. It is so over the top, but I think that's just a bit of me. This is my breakfast at IJM outfit. Can we just, I was really inspired by I was very inspired by the breakfast and the RJM elements, if you couldn't tell. So I had my dad 3D print all of these little things. He has a 3D printer, which has been life-saving for my creative design brain. He did this. This is a little bowl of cereal. Next, we have a little waffle with some rhinestone blueberries. Next, eggs and bacon. This is from a Mini Brands thing. I think that's what they're called, like the Mini Brands Miniverse. A croissant, that's a Mini Brands as well. And then this was a blue mug of hot cocoa. It is now a piece of toast with butter. I've done all the back in complete rhinestones as well. That took a long time, but that's just the cutest, is it not? I've got a long white skirt to wear with it, so it's sort of tapping into like the classy breakfast at Tiffany's vibe, but that's that. And then we have my pep rally kickoff outfit, which is Crocodile Hunter. Pretty much what I did, I was going to say last year. That was what feels like last year. In 2022, when I last competed, which was like Steve Irwin-y, but I got the official shirt this time from Australia Zoo. And then these were the shorts I wore last time. I ended up buying new shorts because these have pockets all on the front. These are the back, but on the front there's all pockets and everything, and I didn't love the way it looked. They weren't the most flattering, and then the colors, like this is such a cool toned khaki and this is a warm toned khaki. So I got these instead, and we'll see how that works, but I feel like it might be a bit better. These are just like a pair of denim shorts. A bit like flared at the bottom and then nice and cute on the waist. So I hope these work out better. And then these I can use after the pageant as well. I'll start packing soon. I've just finished my endometriosis organising, donations, drop off. Just posted my reel for that today. So I'm so happy with how that's all come along. And it's just getting a bit too real now, like less than 2 weeks. Are you kidding me? I started planning all of this in February. So 10 months pretty much of every day doing something for the pageant. And now it's like so close, just around the corner. Alright guys, I'm doing a little bit of a try on. This, I'm so happy with how it's come along. So, I've got my snake. I'm thinking either around the neck or around the arm. If I can find some more animals, maybe a little crocodile, then I'll get more. I could even like attach that there, and then that way it sort of stays on. This stays around my arm, but just
the rest of it. Good morning. It is the 27th of December and we leave tomorrow to head to the pageant. So excited. Like, I cannot control my nerves at this stage. Packing is pretty much done. I'm just about to get my nails done. They're looking horrific.
I don't know how well you're going to be able to hear me, but we just ordered the flight. I'm so excited. I'm so lucky to be in a position where we're enjoying seats like this, and it's because of the hard work we do it, and I love being more thankful and grateful, but I just got a little addition to my crown case, and it's just the cutest thing I've had to just get it. I've been looking at each job caps and it was one of my tickets, so as soon as I saw it, I just had to get it.
Thank you.
How cute. Now it's time for the 15-hour flight to Dallas. I'll see you when I get to Orlando. Thank you so much for watching this video, and let the pageant week begin.